It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Motion man is Shakir. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time. He's going to go down. Mason Graham breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. For this defense for the Browns, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Browns, nothing.
touchdown pass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Smash! Cut!
On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably in the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The first drive here, the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
The Browns are 1-13 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Sampson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Funny thing to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go.
To throw, Gabriel. Wide open receiver, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I'd vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
6, mega. Here we go, set.
Here's Gabriel. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get scouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Give the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including the first down.
They run again on first down. Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Martin Emerson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Now Allen. And it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
We talked a lot about embracing that loss last weekend. We'll see how he responds. 47 yards rushing for him now. It's just his first 3 carries.
One part I have to say, they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, "Boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people."
Good run there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 2 yards in the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now Gabriel. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bills' 1-yard line.
On the set.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready, ready. Hut.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Quinshon Judkins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. Allen has his man. It's Shakir. He'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2. As we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
35-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now 2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
T.J. Sanders.
An 11-yard
What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now 3rd down and very long.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, blue, 32. 10.
Gabriel looking to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Back there to stop him on a great effort was Martin Emerson.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to turn this time. He goes down. Sack back of the 29. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Coleman, the man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Gabriel. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. He was had without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Metal brain corrodes. Check. Ready.
They'll try the left side. Sampson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Seal. Black. Here we go. Set. 10 black. Cut.
Gabriel from the gun on 3rd down. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 30-down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
63 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Down. Ready.
Working out of the gun here, Gabriel. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
50, green, drill green. Check,
To the air is Gabriel. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing now, Gabriel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Okay,
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Ultra.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines rolling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Off the play fake, Gabriel. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Tre'Davious White with the pick. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Motion man is Shakir. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Here's 3rd and 9. Now Allen going to back away and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third and 9 here. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
95. Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there for the offense. They're hoping they got something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And in the out of bounds, been able to get it up past the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get down and out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. In a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Set, hut, Edo blue. Yellow, hut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
To number 16. Gives a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
Yellow, blaster, stick. Drill green. Black shot. Set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Let's go now. Set.
Gabriel going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. Set. Cut.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's good.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go, first and goal.
Come on, 10 cycles. Check.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
As long as the air attack has gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Just shy of the goal line.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Here it is, 4th and goal.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw. Allen. Shakir holds it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch. Gets his feet down. Sets up a 4th down and short situation. I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision of not much yardage to go.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hut.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that really made the statement.